Look, I mean, this is the sort of episode where we're going to find out exactly what we're all about this season. You know, we've got two very tough away games in Milan and Genk, and, you know, a big chance for us to secure our place among Europe's elite. Sorry, I thought I turned this thing off. Sorry. Hello? Go away, Al Ittihad. I am not selling you Baltinson.
Synker samman till segerstroppen, Maltan, Grindavik. Och jag vet, vet vart nu ger idag.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 13, Episode 10 today. Two away games, AC Milan and Genk. And if we can get some results here, then if we go and have a look here at the stages, is probably the best one to look at, isn't it? It's going to be a little bit behind my head here at times, but 9 points is what we currently have. If we can get Genk, should be a win, shouldn't it? They're down there in 30th. It's behind me, I know right now, but they are 30th with one win themselves. I mean, that gets us to 12 points. Can we take anything from AC Milan? I mean, AC Milan, where are they here? I can't see. They're 12th. So there they are here. So, you know, if we could take a point, is that dreaming? A point there, take us up to 13. That is surely, it's definitely going to get us into the knockout rounds, but it is surely then getting to the point where we're going to be considered a big chance to get into this top 8 as well. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Now, there's not too much to catch you up on. What has happened though is the end of season for the league. The league season has ticked over. Now, once again, I have been snobbed for Manager of the Year, which is just outrageous. I haven't won it since, it's almost 10 years now since I've won Manager of the Year. That's surely outrageous. Player of the Year went to Neil Baltinson, perhaps unsurprisingly, to go with his golden boot. Team of the Year we'll get to in a second. The young Player of the Year was Plemenos, our young Greek defender, so that's good to see. It's an award that we tend to win, so yeah. Very nice to see that. And the team of the season for the league, it should really just be 100% our players, shouldn't it? But Puwol, Weir, Pavos, Bakali, and Baltinson were the players that got into that. So that is you caught up for the end of the league season as that ticks over. And let's now go and have a look at what we're doing here against AC Milan with a chance to book our place in the knockout rounds. Expecting a 4-2-3-1 from them. Vinci, who you may remember we had for 2 seasons ago now, I think. So he comes back to face us here. He was a very good defender, so that's going to be tough for us. But Puwol is in goal. Giacchini, Degen. Plamenos gets to start here with Volpez. Jonsson, Raul, who has signed a new contract, so he is with us for the foreseeable future now. Roughly the same money, but going on for another 3 seasons, I think it was. So on the Discord anyway, his contract extension. Carlson will be the advanced playmaker. It is Kosh, Seema, and Baltinson. They will be the attacking trio, and let's hope that they can get the job done for us here. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Vinci is indeed in their lineup. Sandro Tonali is still going as well. Now, of course, Volpez is someone that we initially loaned and then signed from AC Milan. So they're going to recognise him as well. But let's go and have a look here. What do we say to this? There's no pressure on you here. Let's show them what we're capable of. I don't want to say there's no pressure on us because we're ahead of them in the table. We're a good team right now. Now, another thing, I believe that we are actually loaning... Timber, that's the guy that... Arsenal just signed, isn't it? In their midfield. I'm sure that's him. Yeah, what was I going to say? Carlson. I'm fairly sure we've loaned him from AC Milan as well. So he'll be keen to put on a show. We do have Bakali on the bench if that show is a comedy. So hopefully that won't be the case. I will say last call for Player of the Year nominees. We did sort of before I went away on the break at the end of the before the start of the European season. To get a list together, because obviously we all forget how the league season played out. But if anybody in Europe has impressed you enough to get a nomination, then we'll make this last call. We'll have to vote on that soon. I'm expecting us to be able to get out of the league phase as we win the ball back there. We've got Seema. Baltinson made a good run, just didn't quite see him in time. Giacchini, ball forward for Carlson. Oh, the keeper makes a save. And Carlson, against his parent club, was that close to giving us the lead. We've got a corner now. Kosh to take towards the back post. It's headed away. Jonsson is there to win it back. Well done, Albert. Degen. And that will end the highlight. Good start for us, though. Very promising stuff. what was I going to say? Oh, the other thing that's happened is our facilities. I think it was youth facilities is being upgraded. Again, it's on the Discord. Link to that in the description if you're not part of that already. But yeah, so I think that was going to cost us about £1 million. We have 25 million or so in the bank right now, so we can more than afford to do that. I did ask about expanding or building a new stadium because we are more or less selling out every game right now. But they didn't want to spend the money on that, which is perhaps fair enough, given not that long ago we were in severe financial trouble, as I thought for a second then we might have had a chance. Instead, we've got Milan coming down the other end, Degan coming across in cover. Oh, Giacchini's done well. And we scramble it away and keep it scoreless at the break. I mean, they've had more chances. Now, I'm not going to say, I think we learned last time not to say we've been happy, because we said that against Man City, didn't we? And got absolutely destroyed in the second half. There is a big part of me that considered not playing Degin in this because Plamenos and Newison here are much quicker. And we are playing a high line to try and prevent their tiki-taka sides, to try and compress the space they have to play in. But Degin didn't do too badly getting back at that one time there, did he? So we perhaps will proceed with that. Now, they've got inside forwards. We are playing to keep them on the outside, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yeah, I mean, it's been an even game. Maybe not one full of highlights, but I'm certainly quite nervous. All right, Kosh is not having a great game, and he's on a booking. Let's get Milosevic on. I hope he doesn't get himself sent off. We've got a free kick to defend. Oh, how has that stayed out? It's not clear yet. Purewall gets that, though. And we've got another corner to defend now. 75th minute. Giacchini goes across. It is cleared by Degan up towards Milosevic. Oh, he can't quite win the header, though. And Milet. Oh, Giacchini's done. Giacchini's had a great game, hasn't he? Can he now go and play in somebody to give us the lead here? Coulson. It's there for Raul. Back to Baltinson. And then we've taken the lead in the San Siro. It is 1-0 to Grindavik in the 76th minute. And we are 15 minutes away from another cracking scalp in Europe. Coulson to Baltinson. Look at that touch. The 1-2. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Opened up the Milan defence. And Baltinson past Vinci as well. Vinci will know all about him. And we have taken a late lead in this one. Now, can we hang on to it? That is the question, isn't it? What's happened there? What has happened there? It's a goal kick. All right, that's absolutely fine. We have gone off of attacking back to balanced. Oh, we've got a highlight. Let's try and think positively. Can we get the second goal that would wrap this thing up? Degan clears it away. Volpez is there. Volpez to Plemenos. Here we go. Look at the space we've got. Giacchini. He's my man of the match, I think, Giacchini. Absolutely brilliant he's been. And we go with Raul. Can Raul slip another ball through? It's a good one for Volpez. Volpez against his former team, and it's 2-0! And Paulo Volpez, it might even be his first goal for the club, has made it 2-0 in the 90th minute, and we are going to win in Milan against AC Milan. And Volpez, the former AC Milan player, we've paid £14 million for him. And he's paid back most of it just there, hasn't he? It's not done yet. There is still 3 or so minutes to go in stoppage time. We do have another highlight. But surely it doesn't matter now. That's offside, isn't it? I think it's offside. Have they come straight back? Oh, we're not there yet. That looked offside, didn't it? That just brings us all back down to earth a little bit. Back to pooping our pants territory. Is he not offside? I would like another look at that, if possible. All right, let's focus. And Jesus Christ, we've played enough stoppage time as well, but we've got there. 2-1 in the end. And we deserve it. I thought we were the better team there. Giacchini was absolutely brilliant. Raul's played a 6.4, an 8.4, sorry, and has probably got himself man of the match. Nice contract extension for him, that looks like. And 5 games gone, we go back to the top of the Champions League with a game against Genk to come. What a season this is turning into. So Grindavik eased past Milan. Somebody screenshot that. And more money in the bank. The coefficient is going to be going ballistic at this point. I did check after last game and we had already sort of surpassed what we did what we were defending. I think we were defending 9 points and we had I think we had 10. So that's going to go up a little bit higher now as well. Kosh is suspended for the next game. That's okay because Milosevic can come in and play on the right-hand side. And guys, we'll be back for that And if we can beat Genk, get an unlikely 6 points here, I mean, could we top the Champions League phase? Okay, welcome back. Now, this just feels like a huge opportunity and a huge banana skin, doesn't it? We are up against Genk, away from home. They are 35th, second bottom in the Champions League. Now, bids continue to come in. Al Ittihad seem determined to ruin our season. They have bid 22 up front for Degen, potentially rising to 30. Now, I've said before, I'm potentially open to selling him, and the January window is going to open up shortly. We are December 12th. I'm potentially open to it. If we can get a big bid for him this season, he's never really done it for us in Europe, has he? He always, match rating isn't great, but he is a German international with 22 caps, so I'm a little bit, don't really want to sell him. And the other player Al Ittihad want is Sima, 44 million potentially. They've bid for him. Again, we're not going to sell him because he's very, very good and potentially even better. He's only 20, but yeah, that is a lot of money. Isn't it? A couple of other traits here. We've got both Kosh and Giacchini. Will now knock the ball past defenders when they're dribbling against them. So that is potentially good as well. But let's go and see what we're doing here against these Belgians. We are expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And this is a team we're sending out. Puyol in goal, Giacchini, Degen, Palmanos and Volpez. It is Jonsson, Raul and Carlson. Milosevic comes in for the suspended Kosh. Sima and Bautenson will continue. The other player that is missing here with injury is Pavas. He's out for up to 3 weeks. So he's only a bench player. It's not a massive deal, but if something happens to Jonsson now in the game, it becomes a bit more of a bigger deal, doesn't it? All right, so we can see the team sheets there, and I don't recognize any names in their lineup, I don't think. And what do we want to go out there and impress me? We could qualify for the round of 16 with a win. I want us to do a bit, whatever happens. Let's say go out there and impress me. We'll go with Litson. Never let us down as a player, of course. Has done 1 or 2 times, I think, as the assistant. And here we go. So they are playing as expected. Yeah, I mean, a win. Paris has currently, they've qualified for the round of 16 with 15 points. If we were to win, we would go to 15 points, obviously, which is huge. I mean, I did not expect that when we looked at this group when we first got it. These fixtures, I should say. It's not a group anymore, is it? So yeah, I mean, it's going well. This is a game that, let's be honest, we should win. But yeah, obviously it can always go wrong, kind of. But yeah, let's hope that we put in a good performance here and yeah, book our place in that round of 16. We've got Newcastle at home and Bayern Munich away are our final 2 games of the league phase. So you could maybe hope for something at home to Newcastle, though Premier League team, we know they're cashed up. That's going to be tough. And then away to Munich is always tough, isn't it? There's a good ball. Not quite. Raul picks it up, though. Raul to Bautenson! Oh! Goalkeeper does enough to keep it out. Giacchini is continuing to look like, I don't know, like Roberto Carlos or Marcelo or something at left back. Here we go with Milosevic. Just don't get yourself sent off this time. Raul. Back to Volpez. Milosevic. Didn't really have many other options there. Some nice play, though, which is promising. AC Milan are beating Bayern Munich, so maybe we can take a little bit of hope from that. Jesus, Plemenos does well. And here we go now with Carlson to Raul. Raul, who's looking like Zidane in there right now. What a pass that is to find Milosevic. Steam is in the middle. The defense does enough, but Volpez has it now. Volpez, again, it's cleared away. Giacchini back for Jonsson. Volpez chips it in for Sima, and Sima! It says he's first of the season. That is because the season has ticked over in game. But a really, really nice goal. We deserve that. Just too much pressure. And eventually they had the crack, didn't they? Some wonderful through balls in this as well. But the Volpez cross to Sima on the volley. And that is a very nice finish to give us the lead in Belgium. And as things stands, that is us through to the knockout rounds. But we're not there yet as that hits the crossbar. And there we go. We are top. 6 games in, if this result holds, we are top of the Champions League. That is ridiculous. I mean, we saw, I think, didn't we, against Man City? We put in a good half and a shocking half against them. We know we're not the best team in Europe right now. Degen is looking nervous. Degen is doing everything he can to make me want to sell him, isn't he? But it's 1-0 at the break. Now, that is nowhere near enough. we're going to say don't get complacent. Degen is looking nervous. Yeah, I mean, he is club captain. So when you have a German international centre-back that is your club captain, I think you guys can understand why I'm a little bit hesitant to just cash in on him, basically. But yeah, I think this window we might have a little bit of a look at potentially what's out there for us if we were to sell him and to get a replacement in as Milosevic's cross is cleared away. A second goal here, you feel like the next goal is very important. If we can get a second goal, you do wonder if the floodgates may open. Now, Man City put 4, I think, or 5 past this team in the opening game when we were beating Besiktas. So they are capable of shipping a few. Now, Man City is a little bit better than we are going forward as well. This is some nice play, though, isn't it? Coulson for Volpes. Volpes has Baltetson and Seema in the middle, and Seema has a double. And it is 2-0 in the 55th minute, and that will hopefully be enough to see them off. And it will hopefully be enough to see us into the last 16. But could we hope for even more than that? I did not think we would be getting into the top 8 of the league phase. Well, certainly not this year. I was genuinely worried we weren't going to get out of the league phase. I thought we might struggle. But Seema, oh, he was that close to a hat trick. What a game he's having here. Already with a double, and Degen is now looking aggressive. And I wonder if there's an argument to say in maybe we wait till the last game against Bayern Munich before we look to do experiments at the back. But I wonder if it's worth playing Plemenos and Newison as a back 2 and seeing how that goes. Here we go with Seema now. Seema plays it back. Baltetson adds a third. And it is just magnificent. 3-0 we now lead in Belgium. Degen's not playing well. This is as good a time as any to experiment, isn't it? So let's get Newison on. And let's see what he can do. I'm not sure who takes over as club captain. I can't even remember who our vice captain is, to be honest. But yeah. It might even be Baltinson. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He just doesn't do it for us, does he, in Europe? And if you're not doing for us in Europe, I mean, we have anybody can play in the league for us. But there we go. That is job done. We are top of the Champions League again. And that should be us guaranteed through to the knockout rounds. Yeah, so if Paris is through, then we're through, aren't we? So that is magnificent. Newcastle is the game we have up next. And Bayern Munich, who are down there in 17th. With after a 1-1 draw to Milan. And we won, of course, in Milan. So maybe there's something that... Maybe we are just a very good team. And I'm playing us down a little bit too much here. We are top after all. So there we go. We hammer Genk. We've brushed them aside, haven't we? It was really, really promising stuff. And there you go. We have secured our place in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. We will find out next episode, of course, if we can do even better than that. Bypass the round of 16 and go... no, wait. Round of 16. Hang on. We're not into the round of 16 yet, are we? Because... No, we can still be caught. But we're into the first knockout round, not the round of 16. But we could... in theory, bypass into the round of 16 if we stay in that top 8. And that would be absolutely incredible if we could do that. We've got Newcastle at home, Bayern Munich away. We've got a break, end of season break between now and then. It always ruins us. We'll have no match sharpness. Everybody will be unhappy because the bids have come flying in. But it doesn't matter now. Surely nobody wants to leave because we are a very, very good team. And dare we say challenging in Europe. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care.